Welcome, I am Gossip, and today I am going to show you some cool stuff about ligning. Wait, don't you know what is ligning? No worries, I'm going to show you right away what is ligning and how we can use it for applications in the industries. So, let's talk about wood first. Um, how it is made of, or what is inside of the wood. In general, wood it is made of three compounds: cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. The cellulose is an unbranched polymer made of glucose, and it forms long chains that are usually between 7,000 and 50,000 units long. The hemicellulose is, on the other hand, is a much shorter branch polymer, usually between 500 and 3000 units long, and it is made from a mixture of glucose and some other sugars. Together, these two biopolymers form the major framework of wood, but alone they aren't very strong. So to increase the strength of the tree uses another biopolymer. It's called lignin. It's this black liquid that we have here. This is an extraction of lignin from wood using a sodium hydroxide, but we are going to check that later. The lignin is even more branched than the hemicellulose, and it doesn't have a real structure. It doesn't have a defined structure. What I mean, it's just kind of a random network of phenolic units, but it's really useful. It serves to cross-link and hold places all along the hemicellulose and cellulose fibers, and it also fills up the empty space. So recently, the lignin has been attracting attention for the research community in the different fields, such as food, biomedicine, cosmetic, polymer composite industries. So, lignin is it's the most abundant natural polymer in the world. We can find it in any plant, any wall, vegetable plant, you know. During the last decades, different applications of lignin have been investigated using it as a macromolecule, or the polymerizing it from the production of foods and low molecular weight chemicals. In this study, I'm going to show you some applications that the scientific researchers have been investigated of lignin. So yeah, so that's it. So when we're going to talk about the production of lignin, some companies have recently paid a lot of attention of this natural biopolymer. So it's basically because of all of these applications. You can use this liquid to extract foods, to improve food, to make new lower weight molecules. So it's really important, this biopolymer in the industries. The production of lignin and the biomass over the world have increased a lot, like in tons per year. This is like only by 2010, the pulp and paper industry alone was estimated to produce lignin as a residue in amounts close to 500 million tons per year. That's insane. So with all of these biomaterial, lignin, cellulose, we need to research and applications and are really interesting. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about this extraction of lignin and something about called greener solvents. This is for the green chemistry. It's more like eco-friendly with the solvents. The possibility to reutilize some solvents that you use for synthesize a product that you want in your laboratory. So it's really important in that aspect. And well, let's talk about kraft lignin. So kraft lignin is the lignin isolated from the kraft pulping process. I mean, is this thing? This is the kraft process. In industries, in massive industries, when the industries or companies try to make paper out of wood, one of the residues that they got is this black liquor. It's called black liquor in the paper industry paper. So this involves wood chip digestions and at an elevated temperature at about 170 degrees and pressure in white liquor. An aqueous solution of sodium sulfide and sodium hydroxide. The main purpose it is to remove enough lignin and separate cellulose fibers from the manufacture of paper and other related products. As a result, the hydroxide and hydrosulfide ions cause fragmentation of the lignin polymer into smaller water-alkali soluble fragments and the formation of alkali stable leakage and the reduction of digestion efficiency due to condensation reactions. It could be really a little bit complicated, but when you really try to understand the process of this extraction, it's kind of easy. Depending on the cooking process and the wood used, the resulting kraft black liquor is usually composed of 30-45% ligninous material. I mean, this black liquor is not 100% lignin. You got fatty acids. Also, you have some saccharic acids, approximately methanol, also inorganic elements, and mainly sodium and sulfur, about 3 and 5%. That's it. So to really end this video, I really want to let you know that lignin it's kind of complex because it vary depending on the plant, depending on the growing, depending on the species. So to study the internal structure of the lignin can be actually really complicated, but it's really competitive in the industries. The pulp and paper industries are transforming themselves into biorefineries, prioritizing not only on the recovery of cellulose, but also hemicellulose and lignin. because these three compounds are really important for the industry. The different available lignin can be transformed into biorenewable fuels or other valuable added products such as vanillin, carbon fibers, polyurethanes, and biocomposites, as well as even nanomaterials. That is really interesting, nanomaterials that can be used for many applications that go from biomedicine to automobiles. This is the most competitive natural biopolymer in the industry of these greener solvents that we'll talk about later, that we'll talk about, after. So, yeah, vanillin is the only product obtained from lignin that competes directly with vanillin obtained from petrochemical sources. This is in the market price is a really high value and is really attractive. So this can be also help the fuels, the biorefineries, food supply, and also can replace some compounds of the petroleum. And that's it. That's what I have about lignin. That is a really interesting compound. We got this already here, and it's really easy to extract, to be honest. Well, thank you so much for your attention. Don't forget that my name is Gossip, and I see you later.